This is like Lincoln. This is like back in the day, dude. We were doing it up big.
Oh yeah, just winging it. Fucking no idea what we're doing.
Dude, yeah. Dude. I was thinking about that dude, because for so long, the reason why it took 35 episodes to get you as the fucking first guest was because of just so much laziness, knowing that I would have to jump into a whole different realm of like making sure that I knew how to do this at least like at like a C plus level as far as the quality, you know? Like that was the requirement for this episode, okay? I was like, 35 episodes deep. It's this I'm fine with shooting for that. And like 2 days ago I like went through, I was like, all right, I think I'll go away, and here we are. So it was so much procrastination of just me not wanting to fucking go through the work to figure it out. Not like it
You're
was
too
even
late.
hard. Not like it
No.
was even that hard, but it's like it's just I see it as a chore.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things where you know it will be like 30 minutes of work, but that 30 minutes you just don't want to sit down and do.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was, dude. It's not like it was hard. I was like, okay, I'll probably just need to get like a better Zoom plan just so, because it's worth having video.
Oh
And then I was
yeah.
like, okay, and if I could do something for the audio, that's probably a good idea. And you literally just, that's all it was. It
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
hard.
No, no. But also like totally would never have done it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, no shot. I was like, dude, it's a good thing I beat it into my head to do this shit every Friday, and now it's just a thing. So it's like I'm not gonna question it.
Yeah.
So it's like I keep showing up. So it's like eventually I know I will have to, and I give credit to Chris for that because he's been posting memes every Thursday. So now it's like we got a little brotherhood there. Like I
Oh
can't, like
yeah.
we've talked about it. Like we can't, like either of us can't break the chain.
No, because then you're the one who lost.
That's what
And
I'm
you can't
saying.
you can't lose like that.
Dude, yeah, we can't go. I can't be the one to let it down. I put up some podcast episodes at like 11:30 on a Friday.
Oh yeah, you start hitting that like I'm gonna meet that deadline, but I'm gonna meet the deadline.
Yeah, no. Like we can look back in a year and it'll be consistent every Friday. Like that's what's at my head, right? At least right
Yeah.
now, because it's like that's what matters. You just gotta just show the fuck up. Because when I first started this shit, I was like, when you first start some shit like this, like I was like extremely excited, and I was like, man, this is really fun, and it's been really fun. But I was like, I was really wanting to try to get it as high as I could, like
Mhm.
right away. And I caught myself like doing, taking leaps in different directions as far as like, okay, like I got to do the social media shit. Blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, no. And it's like,
No,
no, I'm 15 episodes in and it's a baseball podcast. So you got an uphill climb there, bud.
yeah, sports is already hard as fuck to break into.
Yeah, dude, there's so much of it. That's why on here it's like I try to just genuinely not give a fuck at all. I don't give a fuck at all.
I don't even
I
blame
mean,
you.
it's like and it's like it's no fun to like everybody has to pretend that they like know everything about their topic or fucking sport or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I know three things about baseball total.
Yeah.
I played
Yeah.
for a year.
Yeah, yeah, I did write down some shit about, just curiosities, and that was one thing I wrote down, like how, because I don't know how long you actually did fucking play, but I do remember we were at that fucking Chittix tryout together in sixth grade, and
Oh
we
yeah.
fucking didn't do good at all.
No,
There's so many kids. We had such
no.
high expectations. I remember that. We got
Yeah.
a we got a shot in the fucking mouth that time.
Well, yeah, I figured I'd show up, see what happens. And you never, especially with that kind of shit, you have to just expect you're not gonna get in and it will be fine.
Oh
But you
yeah.
definitely walk away feeling a little hurt every time.
Oh, dude, 100%. I didn't know that as a kid because yeah, I had a good season in pony baseball. I was like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
man. I was like the best pitcher on the Oakland Athletics and on my field. I was like, yeah, man. Then we get
Fucking
there and
Oakland.
everybody and we get there and I'm like, damn, I'm already small, but I'm a lot smaller. It's like, fuck.
Well, yeah, that and they were running like six drills at once, nobody talking to anybody, no direction whatsoever.
It was chaos. It was fucking, there's so many kids. I don't know how good you could do.
No, they probably also fully had like the picks in mind by the time.
Oh yeah, dude. They probably have some clue. Like you can just tell. Like as coaches, you could definitely like look at
You're
half the
like that
squad.
guy.
Yeah, you could probably look at half the fucking squad and be like, okay, it'll be at least in this group.
Oh yeah, that makes me think of fucking Packard Auto.
Dude, I remember Packard. He is a big fucking dude.
If like he shows up, he's on the team. You don't know what you're gonna use him for yet.
Yeah. With your dude, do you remember? I don't even remember how he was well over 6 foot,
He was
in the
like,
neighborhood of over 300 for sure.
oh yeah, like 6 foot 2 or 3, 300 pounds in junior high school.
Yeah, yeah, he was a force. Dude, wrestling, oh my God. I got to see some of him wrestle in the little bit, like sixth and seventh grade. That was nuts. There's nobody was bigger than him. He would
No.
just go get so many forfeits from what I remember because other school, we would go against another school and it's like you go weight class to weight class, I guess. So,
Yeah.
and no, half the time they wouldn't have somebody for his fucking weight class.
No. I'd be
So,
like, I'm not gonna send a kid to die today. No.
yeah, no, it's like, yeah, we don't have a 315er. Sorry, my bad.
We're a bad guy. You know what? He wins.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, oh shit. Smacked the shit out of my microphone there. Dude, yeah, shout out to Packard. He was really fucking nice guy too. Great
Oh
guy.
yeah, I follow him on social media. I think he's like lost a lot of weight. Really still a cool guy.
Really?
Like went to school in Europe and shit.
That's badass. I don't do you know if he like played football in college? Because I thought it looked like he did, but I don't remember for sure.
Fucking think he did, but
He
like
might have.
I had not stayed. Literally, he showed up on my Instagram recommended, and I'm like, that's not fucking Packard Auto.
That's sick.
And
That
he's
guy.
like face is thinned down. I'm like, damn.
Dude, that's badass.
Hey, fucking up.
How much do you find yourself on social media these days?
Not at all.
Not at all. I was gonna say you've never been somebody who holy shit. You've never been somebody who's, a constant scroller from what I remember. I haven't been around you consistently since fucking sophomore year of college pretty much,
Yeah.
but you know.
No, mostly it's like social media at some point gets to a point where like, wow, I've seen every woman's ass I've wanted my whole life.
Yeah, dude, there's so
So
much
like
ass. I can't get away from it. Ass and titties everywhere, dude.
like
Instagram is insane. Like my regular feed will be this there will be this shit that's, pretty much fine. But the
yeah,
reels, dude, the reels is like almost
reels are
porn.
lethal.
How is this a thing, dude? How is the reels are just porn.
Dude. Like every once
It's
in a
like a
while,
step from porn. It's like it's not far. It's like
eh, every once in a while, I fucking open that app and I get a reel because they add them into your fucking following page now. And it's just a woman damn near naked.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I've learned the Instagram rules of service allow nudity so long as it's covered.
Oh, so that explains the fishnet tank tops with
Yep,
the
yep.
fucking double D's and whatnot.
Where
Yeah.
like you can see this lady's areola. It's
Yeah.
still on the fucking
And
internet.
no one cares.
No one's doing a goddamn thing.
I imagine you can still post like anything on Twitter, right? Do you
Twitter is a
think?
godless place.
Twitter, it's still the
It's
same godless
hardcore
place,
pornography.
but it's like it seems to be a different flavor because I have a friend or two who bailed from it solely because of Elon Musk, and I'm like, well, that's fair.
That's
I'm mostly uninformed. I'm not like I'm a big fucking dick rider of Mr. Musk, but it's like, I do get on Twitter a lot less now, but you know.
yeah. Mostly my problem with Twitter is for the things that are on there, there's always a better form of social media.
Facts. Yeah, it doesn't excel at like one particular sector of it. Yeah.
No, like Instagram's better for photos. TikTok's better for jokes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, TikTok's got some good ones.
And YouTube's better for long form content. So what like what am I here for?
Yeah. No, yeah, YouTube, dude, YouTube still gets a lot of my time. Does it still get a
Oh,
lot of your time?
oh yeah. It's so much it's one of those things where it's like if you don't want something that's produced and just wants to just watch some guy do something, you're like, I'm willing to watch this guy play some game I'll never play in my entire life.
Right.
Or some guy like just rant about the Patriots or the sky falling. I don't know.
Anything.
Yeah. Like I use it as basically a podcast. Just find a random guy, have him rant about his entire life, be like, that guy's nuts, and move on.
Dude, yeah, YouTube. I I feel like YouTube has just been like an evolution of like, I used to watch, more gaming shit and I used to watch, Wildcat and Vanoss and all those guys
Oh
and
yeah.
Smitty was the best and fucking so many of those dudes back when I was, I'd watch video game shit all the time and then, it just evolves and you either play less video games, you just have different interests and I still
Mhm.
watch probably close to the same amount of YouTube. I just watch, different shit now. Just eating
Yeah.
fucking baseball and I don't know, movie shit, whatever the hell. Let me look at my YouTube. It's hard to think about it like when you're like on the spot.
Oh yeah. It's one of those things too where it's like all of my content is sort of like eclectically made from all of the like past subscriptions I had in my life.
Oh
Where it's
yeah.
like you have a couple of people you're like, I only watch you because when I was 12, I was really into it. And now I just
Yeah.
basically still watch it because it's interesting.
Right. Yeah, like do you still watch like Philip DeFranco and stuff? I know
I
he was
do, yeah.
always around. Nice. Okay, that's cool. He's
It's
stuck
good.
around.
It's good to have something where it's like, tell me about the basic three things I should give a shit in the news about so I can not think about it ever again.
Yeah, he presents it pretty well. Because I come across his TikToks and whatnot, and so like, yeah, that Israel and Palestine shit that I still have no clue at all.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? I don't know anything about it, but he kept me the most informed I ever was on it. Nobody else did, so
Well, yeah, and my thing is, like realistically, that issue especially, it's like
especially,
especially, but like it's a lot of fucking moving parts, and
yeah.
not that I want to like dig into any detail on it, but like it's good to know just enough to be like, if someone asks you your opinion, you can be like, I this is my basic opinion. I have no idea what's going on.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I'm still rather misinformed on it. I think Amanda, bless her heart, she did explain it to me once, and I was like, all right, and it
Sounds
just fucking
good.
well, one ear in, one ear out the other, dude. I don't. I'm like the most politically uninformed person I know, dude. I'm in such blissful ignorance with so much.
I envy you.
Yeah, you're fucking dude. Yeah, how are you? So you're fucking yeah. You're in Philadelphia. This is like the most I've seen of your house. And
Yo, yeah, that's the bookshelf I bought 3 months ago and put together and have none of my books on.
fuck yeah, dude. Dude, that bookshelf's got so much potential. I gotta get a nice bookshelf like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, me and IKEA are buddies.
Hell yeah, dude. You got an IKEA close?
Oh, yeah, it's like 15, 20 minutes away. That
Ooh,
shit's dangerous.
that is dangerous, dude. You can get lost. That's a hour commitment there at least.
You gotta like every time I've ever gone into an IKEA for real, you have to try at least three of the couches. You're never gonna
Yeah.
buy the couch, but you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
sit for three.
Yeah, you gotta sit around. Yeah, you gotta fucking sit around.
I get lost in the office section because I'm like,
Ooh,
"Ooh,
desks. Dude, I get into some desks. I fantasize. I'm currently on I do have a regular desk, but I needed more surface area, so I'm back to that classic white table from
oh, them
Walmart.
like them tables from Walmart.
Yeah.
Them shits pop off, dog.
Dude, I've got a decent desk, but I just needed more surface area for shit. So I'm doing this and it's like, we move in fucking 6 months. So it's like, what am I gonna do? Buy a desk just to move it?
Fuck no.
fuck that, dude. Buy a
No,
desk
because then
lamp.
your U-Haul's that much bigger.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm trying to get rid of as much shit as possible. It's a perfect excuse to, dude. It's a fucking too long of a drive.
Oh yeah, fuck that. No.
Yeah, no, you really find out what's important. I'm time to stop hoarding anything, you know?
Oh yeah, you start thinking like, do I need any of this shit? Nah.
No,
I need
no.
my clothes, probably enough shoes to get by.
Yeah. Yeah, I've still got shoes forever from the high school sneakerhead phase, so I'm good there.
See, some of us fucking feet didn't stop growing.
What are you, 16?
No, I'm still at a fucking it's a 13 inch sunlight.
Oh, sorry, 16 was a little egregious.
You're not
Shaq.
that far off, dead ass. 14 and something.
14. I was gonna say 14, yeah.
Like if that shoe runs a little tight, that bitch 14.
So you're in like a 13, 13 and a half, 14 neighborhood.
Oh yeah. It
Okay.
is not the move. Got to half
Man.
step on stairs and shit.
Yeah, dude, that is a big fucking struggle. You gotta watch your ass. That's how you gotta not be falling and stuff.
Like you know how in like most residential houses they have the stairs that have a little bit of a lip?
Yeah.
That lip has almost killed me 30 times.
Remember long ass toes.
You like clipping it, like, fuck.
Like, ah, god damn it.
Then you got to look at everybody and they're like, "What's wrong, Twinkle Toes?" You're like, "Nigga, I have
Twinkle
to."
toes. Yeah, I hope somebody does call you Twinkle Toes.
Oh man, and you can't even
Fuck,
say nothing to anybody too, because it's like it's my fault. I did it.
dude, fuck. Yeah. Dude, I never thought about that, but that makes a lot of sense why you're so fucking sturdy. You got the strong base at the feet. Because
Hey,
every time we get to tussling and I can't knock you over for anything.
oh yeah, when you have an accumulative 26 inches on the ground, you have a chance to not move around much.
A cumulative 26 on the ground. That's a hilarious way to fucking say you got big ass feet. Yeah, I've got a cumulative 26 on the flat feet right now. What?
What?
Use me? I'm having a stroke.
I'm dying right now.
Oh, I just noticed your shirt says, "Oh, okay. I'm stupid. I thought it just said green, but I see now it says go green with a bike.
Oh,
So good
oh
for
yeah,
you."
no, this was one of my mom's purchases, and I call it an inside the house shirt. Because those
That's
shirts you
great.
have to explain anytime someone sees.
That's awesome. So here you are explaining it because I'm seeing it. But you're right. It's in you're using it right. It's an inside the house shirt.
It's very comfortable. Fuck with it.
You still what's that one? You got a lot of good inside the house shirts. What's that one? It was like I heart and then what was
Fucking
it?
DP.
I heart DP. DP do. Fuck yeah.
Oh my God. I remember once I got a pizza and I forgot I had that bitch on. So I opened the door with just this on my shirt that said, "I heart DP,
Oh
locked eyes
fuck.
with the pizza lady."
Dude, she thought she was in a scene, I bet.
And I'm like, "Thank you. Have a good one." And
Thank
she,
you.
does that really awkward, like, "Yeah," and walks away. And I'm like, wonder what that was about. Went to the bathroom later, saw my fucking shirt, was like,
Ah, fair,
that's
fair.
that's fair.
That's that's fair. She thought at the worst her mind made a big jump to she thought she was in a situation.
Oh yeah, she
Pizza
thought she was in
delivery.
one of them scenes.
One of those pizza delivery drivers.
Oh
Good
yeah.
for you, Andrew. Flip the script.
Flip the script.
Flip
Fuck the
the
pizza
script
lady.
on them. Yeah, it's 2024, man. Oh my God. Go green. I'm sure there was some amusement because you are Mr. Andrew Green, soon to be attorney Andrew Green.
Oh yeah, it's something. Every once in
Yes.
a while, I'm like, I am almost an attorney,
Dude,
especially when you
yeah.
do the stupidest shit.
Dude, yeah, that's I was gonna say because we fucking, we check in at least every few months or so, and you've been the same motherfucker, so
Oh yeah. No, it's the same dipshit energy, just with a higher level of education, and nothing else has changed.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm not surprised at all. I didn't think you were gonna move to Philly and become a fucking beer drinking Phillies fan or some bullshit. And at the end of the day, it's like shit, dude. I know we both like sitting in the house.
Dude, I'm not
Outside
going
sucks.
outside for shit.
Outside sucks. Yeah,
Dude, I stand by those words 20 some odd years later, it
dude.
feels.
I think about that all the time. Outside sucks. Especially in Carbondale. I think there's been less shootings lately, but still, it's like. It's not worth it, like you get down to like
Like,
running out the clock, 6 months, it's like
it
it's like,
must be
dude,
hot.
how pissed I it's like and going out's fun and but I don't do it all the time. So it's like when I do, it's like, I'd like to not be in a situation.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Philly is Philly.
Oh
Motherfuckers get
yeah,
shot if they go to the wrong neighborhood. But
100%. How's your
like,
neighborhood?
I'm living well. I live with white
Yeah.
folks. That's my goal.
Shit hasn't changed.
No, I I live in the blackest town outside of Philly in the whitest section.
The blackest town outside of Philly, but the whitest section of the blackest town.
Absolutely.
That's what a spot.
Have you considered rent's cheap, house prices low?
That's the shit, dude. Yeah, man. Nice 2 bedroom house.
Oh yeah, living the dream.
Dude, that's the
Especially
shit.
because, yeah, because the school where I go is Villanova. The houses near there aren't lower than $1 million.
Yeah, no. I don't yeah, I imagine you get too much closer to that fucking school and it gets pretty outrageous.
Like literally, there was not anything within the 20 miles that was not $500,000 except the town I live
Ooh. Yeah, no. That's ugh. Yeah, you and how far are you from school?
in. 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's easy. You got a car.
Yeah, cars are fun. Why
That's
would I ever
easy.
fight that bitch?
Yeah, that's easy. 20 minutes, dude, fuck that. Or
Yeah,
sorry, 20 minutes as in a good, I didn't even mean fuck that. I mean fuck yeah. Not fuck
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm
That's
not.
not
I'm
bad.
not. I'm not never spending no $500,000 before I got a paycheck. That no.
No, yeah, yeah, in law school, especially when you start law school, because the whole first semester, like you can't
You don't
work at all.
pick your schedule, they will run you like a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, dude. I
I had three fucking 8 a.m. classes, and they just were like, "You're gonna show up at this building at 8 every day." I'm like,
so
"No, please."
were you able, did they still make you get up that early?
Yeah,
Damn. So that's the big test for you because that 8 a.m. shit's not
it was
it.
not it. It was not it. I was real late to a couple of those classes. That's fine.
Oh, that's yeah, you made it. It doesn't matter.
Hey, we passed that semester. Don't even gotta worry about it.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, how tough was that to get used to? Because you were fucking how bad did we have it at Lincoln? Like, because that was what we had at 8:30 at Lincoln, didn't we?
8:30
Like when
Lincoln.
we first started, that was the worst, and then we're like, fuck this, no way, ever again. And we were and I know from there you eventually got to like, yeah, I got a 10:30. I got an
Yeah, I'm moving.
11.
I'm moving at about 10:30. I'll see y'all at lunchtime.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's start my day at fucking lunch.
And fuck that. No. I literally went out of my way to build my schedule so it would be 10:30 and later. I will take a night class every day of the
You
week
did. I remember that.
than than ever wake up at no 8:30.
Dude, 8:30. 8:30 is tough. For school, I feel like for school is a way different beast than like for work. I've had a lot more, work there's the money motivation. I wonder
Oh
if
yeah.
that's what it is. That is what it is.
Oh
Now that
yeah.
I think
100%.
that is just the money. I mean, come on. Yeah, school is tough because it's like it's such a you have to will yourself so
It's like
much.
I'm paying you to abuse me.
Yeah, it's like I'm not it's like I understand that I benefit from this, but let me tell you, on this particular Thursday at 8:30 in the fucking morning, I'm not gonna benefit from a fucking thing in this
No.
class.
I'm doing my very best now.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking get through it my best.
Me and them like allowed absences start playing that game. Start doing that
You,
math in your head.
you
Like, how
start
many
counting
other
numbers.
absences I got?
Yeah. Yeah, ideally, you put yourself in a good spot near the end of the year, We were
You
we
just kind
we
of
weren't
glaze over
bad.
the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not showing up for the last 2 weeks. You're like, what? Nah, I'm not showing up.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. Oh, God, yeah. Man, you're about to be actually done with school finally, too. I forget about that you've actually like I mean, consistently been in school this entire time that I've been like, you know, not in school, at least
Oh
since
yeah.
I was 22.
It blows, one, but two, uh, I mean, really, what's great about law school,
Oh,
sans I would say the first, maybe the second semester, is once you're building your schedule, you mostly can just have a job. So
that's good.
for most of it, I've just like the one thing that sort of kept me motivated for all of it was finding a job and finding something I could do because it's one of those things where it's like they talk so much about theoretics that it starts
Yeah.
getting to a point where you're like, in theory, anything could happen. What does this mean?
It sounds like film school
Oh yeah. I'm like,
in
what's the
theory.
practical? Yeah.
In theory, yeah. In theory, anything could happen. I mean, I could see that, with my limited law knowledge, I guess that makes sense, It's like,
Yeah.
well, in theory, this. It's like the law, there's so much wiggle room with so many things that I didn't, think, until you get in it in some capacity, whether it's like, me where it's like it's just a job or it's like you where it's like gonna be your, the career and,
Oh yeah.
fucking big time fucking investment of time and money, schooling, all that shit, like I man, there's wiggle room. I know last time we talked a lot about just law shit and
Yeah.
how it's not as fucking intimidating as, as I thought, and I'm sure to some degree you thought it was going to be a lot more than what it was too.
'Cause you walk into law from like SVU, Law and Order, and all the other court shows where you're like, this is a very rigid proceeding.
Yeah.
But like last week, I had two conciliations, which is custody. Doesn't really matter, except for in both of those cases, I was arguing about potential sexual abuse. And in one case,
Okay.
I was like, this is the worst thing in the world. How dare
Yeah.
you ever do this? And then in the next case, the next day, I'm like, you got no proof, so why would we believe these allegations?
Holy fuck.
Like, had to do it. Both my clients needed representation, but like
Yeah.
it's all just wiggle room.
That's wild. Yeah, it's different shit every day too.
Yeah. And it literally whatever walks in the door a lot of the time, you just taking what it comes and figuring out what in the world you're gonna do with it. And
Yeah.
finding the right place to be and how to act in it is
Hmm.
it's interesting, but it never quite is what you think it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm sure it helps a lot, when the law stuff that you're doing is, fulfilling to some degree, versus if you're a fucking I mean, God, something else I didn't know, until getting a little bit more educated, the different areas of the law is fucking insane
Oh yeah.
because what is there like there's property law, you could be a, prosecution guy, you could be
Mhm.
a defense attorney, personal
Mhm.
injury, like what else is there? There's
But
infinite corners.
so there's property law, there's torts, which is like you sue people for damages about things that happen.
Oh
There
yeah.
litigation, which is just general litigation, like corporations suing each other over contracts, uh,
Yeah.
and child custody, family law,
Oh yeah.
divorces, and like all of that stuff stacks on top of each other in horrifying ways.
Oh my God, yeah. Because then you get into like, oh well, that becomes of this matter, that becomes of that.
Oh yeah. So like sometimes you have a family member that hits you, so you have to get them kicked out of your house. So you have to either file an eviction or a criminal charge, and
Mm.
oftentimes they happen at the same time. So you have to have several lawyers working on the same problem trying to find a solution. Where, and like when you're a prosecutor, you don't work for the people. not like directly. So
Yeah.
like they have the ability to press a charge or not press a charge depending on if they believe the evidence is sufficient. But if you're the person in the house being like, I need to get this guy out of my house, you then have to hire like a landlord tenant person to come in to be like, what is the process to get him evicted? And
Hmm.
it could be 3 months, it could be a month, it could be a day if you send a threatening letter.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh, dude. Because it's yeah, and I at least like you also get to pick, what your focus is. I'm sure,
Oh
and
yeah.
you have to learn about everything to some degree, but at least,
Yeah.
that's the, miserable lawyers. Would you say that miserable lawyers are miserable by choice because you can choose what kind of law shit you're doing?
Oh yeah. I think a lot of attorneys get stuck in the money of it. Like,
Oh yeah, it'd be hard not to, dude, because the money just to get there.
oh yeah. I mean, it's if I paid sticker price, it would have been $500,000 plus just
Yeah.
for like attending law school. And usually the starting salary, if you're going like lower public interest, small firm, is like $100,000 to $200,000 a year.
Hmm.
Um, but if you go big law,
Fuck yeah.
you start making some money pretty quickly. And then
Yeah.
you can sort of buy into the firm and make a bunch more money because then you're making money on everything the firm is doing as a partial owner. Like,
Right.
you know, the Harvey Weinsteins of the world um, have to have lawyers who know what they're doing, both with contracts and all of his businesses before he was convicted,
Right.
and a criminal defense attorney who's managing all of that while being aware that his client may or may not go to prison. So like they do a lot more very detail oriented litigation where, the amount in controversy gets up to like billions, and
Right.
they get way, way better paid, like undisclosed amount of money, millions and millions of dollars per year.
That would be nuts because that would be damn near like the ceiling of like, if you want to be an attorney, and you end up working for some rich motherfucker like
Oh yeah.
that.
You write a check. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
like,
but you gotta be really good to get there because,
oh yeah.
if you're because, you're at whatever famous person, with unlimited money, you're
You
gonna
can
have the
hire
best
anybody.
possible lawyer. Right.
Yeah. So
So
you
there's
got to
definitely
be the
something to be
best.
said for, yeah, there's something to be said for being the best no matter what. I'm sure the work that it would take to get there would be fucking a little soul crushing maybe.
Oh yeah. Well, and it helps when you go to one of those law schools that has a fun like name involved, like the Harvards, the Yales, the
Hmm.
Stanfords, where
Oh yeah.
you get access to things that maybe you don't get at law schools that are lower or lesser ranked. Um, and like the worst thing about all of it though is you have to like know your audience. Like when you're working for a rich person, you can't piss off the rich person.
Right.
So figuring out how to finagle that while not losing your client makes me want to die, so I would never do it.
Yeah, no, because and then you're also at the will of that person. So
Oh
there's
yeah.
something, whatever that like, whatever that dynamic would look like, that's not, you gotta be ready to handle that shit too.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
Well, I mean, look at R. Kelly.
yeah, dude.
Like, would you want to be that lawyer?
Yeah,
You're like,
imagine
listen, buddy.
imagine a young R. Kelly, he puts out whatever the first banger was
Oh
and
yeah, he puts
he
out, I
puts it
believe I can
out.
fly.
Yeah, yeah, puts out I Believe I Can Fly, and he's got a shit ton of money. He's like, "Oh man, I should, time to get my shit right. I need a publicist, need an agent, I
Mhm.
need a lawyer." So all right, and then whoever that lawyer is, they're like, "Oh man, I'm R. Kelly's attorney. This is the shit."
I'm making
How
money.
imagine if it was the same guy, however many years later, he's like, "Jesus
I'm
fuck,
losing money.
I'm not. This is bad. This is not good."
No, and even if you have that kind of client too, is gonna be demanding as hell.
Oh my
Like
God, yeah. Some kind of a music artist, some shit like that. I could definitely see that.
like renegotiating contracts, talking to people, being like, Hey, is this a good deal? Hey, am I getting screwed over? Hey, can I let my cousin use my song at her dance party? It's like, I don't know.
Oh shit. Hold on. I fucked up my AirPods, my bad. Your voice has only been in my right one this whole time. So I was like, let me try to fix it because eventually the right one's gonna fucking die. So it's like I'm trying to anticipate that, you know? And so I took out the right one, put them back in, and fucking now they're just not showing up. So that's cool. We're working out the kinks, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hold on. I
Oh,
think I anticipated here. Can you were you able to hear me that whole time?
oh yeah.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, good job, Adam. You fucking anticipated that. Okay, I made the switch. I just had to switch my fucking my AirPods because the one was gonna definitely die at some point. I guess it's a good time to also plug in my laptop while
Oh
we're on the
yeah.
call.
Watch this bitch die midway through.
Oh, I'd be so sad. I don't know how we haven't even been going too long. It's been less than an hour.
Might be relying on that backup audio. Be like, Adam's computer died, so audio
The
cut
computer.
here.
Yeah, speaking of, let me just do a quick technical check here. All right. Yeah, shit. I can't wait to look at this later and be like, corrupted.
You're like, absolutely fully didn't work. Fuck.
I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen because I did just go out of my way to check everything, so therefore it will break anyway, you know.
Knock on wood, Hammy.
Knock on wood.
Hell yeah.
Dude, how much so you have to go back to school tomorrow?
No, I'm not in school till like the 16th.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah,
So this will be out on oh, so this will be out before that. Oh, this will be out on the 12th.
sick.
Oh, so nice. You do have a whole nother week. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I have to write a brief for some shit, so I'm probably gonna be just as bored out of my mind, but at least I'll be doing something.
True, true. Do you think that'll take a while?
Probably. It was a weird case.
What
Lady spoke French and like
oh,
had to speak to her through an interpreter the whole time, and it was not the vibe.
ooh, that's tough. The language barrier makes everything like two times as difficult with something
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
Well, and then you add on top the translator didn't know what I was talking about, so they would be asking me questions like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Dog, if you don't know, I can't
Yeah.
help." No.
Oh, yeah. What the hell can you do there?
I did my best. Absolutely lost at the hearing.
Fuck. You can't win them all, man.
No, but that was one of those where I'm like, no, we can appeal. We can figure it out.
Nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, see, always wiggle room.
No, yeah.
Doesn't
And
matter.
literally the appeal's like she didn't consider the law and didn't answer the questions because we had to have an interpreter at the hearing, and the interpreter showed up 30 minutes late and was bad.
Oh, I didn't you tell me about this? Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
yeah, the because he's yeah, bad interpreter. That rings a bell, yeah.
Oh
So that
yeah.
doesn't help anything.
No, she would literally ask the question. He would ask the question. She would go on a 15-minute rant. And I'm like, this is I I can't tell her to shut up like I would any other client. Like,
Yeah.
shut up, stop
Yeah.
talking.
Oh. So then you just stuck there and you just gotta
Yeah,
suffer through it.
just gotta say whatever she's gonna say, and then he'd read something back. And the thing that pissed me off, honestly, is she'd be talking for 15 minutes. He'd say something in five, and I'm like, so you didn't translate everything she said.
Exactly, yeah.
Because that took 15 minutes. I was watching the clock tick down. Like, please actually say what she's saying. Otherwise, I don't know what she's saying.
But it's like, please, for the love of God, just translate.
Yeah. Like, at worst, cut her off to translate what she said and let her keep going.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah. It's not the vibe.
Oh. So you got to play a lot of video games since you haven't been at school?
No. I've been
No.
doing a lot of work. Um,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you said you were still gonna be working pretty much all the time.
oh yeah, I'm trying to, get my money up so I can.
Yeah.
It's for the bar time. You're not supposed to work, which is great, but that's
Right.
like this 3 months no work.
Is that 3 months starting right after graduation?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. So then right now is your grinding time then.
yeah. So I'm like, I need to get my money up before I start like watching my bank account just
Dwindle.
down, down, down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun, but yeah, I mean, shit. At least, I mean, 3 months at least. That could be worse. That's less than a entire semester, I think.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where in the back of my mind I'm like, hmm.
No, and nobody's excited to like not have shit coming in for 3 months.
Oh yeah,
Like, from because it's like no matter what, it's like that's what make it so hard to like not have a job for some reason. 'Cause it's like I just need to know.
yeah,
I can bank on it. I need to be able to bank on it.
yeah. Like it's just nice to have like the the connection to a workplace. So you're like, if I needed to pick up extra work, if I could spend some extra
Yeah.
time, I wouldn't be dead broke if I had an accident tomorrow.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, fucking absolutely. I've been playing a little bit more video games, but I mean, I started the Red Dead Redemption 2 campaign again because I played like a chunk of it a long time ago, but I never finished it. So I was like, oh fuck it. Maybe I should just start it all over because apparently it's really good.
Oh yeah, I've heard great things. I never finished it because I was like, right around when I was getting closer and closer to the end, finals came up, and then I went to law school.
That's right.
So then I was like, damn, I'm never gonna finish this game.
It's like, damn, bad timing.
But I'm like, I'm in far enough that I'm like, I don't want to go back and play all that. That's so long.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the thing. Because I saw my progress was like 19%. So I'm like, okay, I knew I wasn't far into it.
I think I got to like 57, and I was like, I can't
Yeah,
go
that's a
back.
lot. Because then you're gonna like slightly remember everything
Yeah,
for the first half at least.
yeah, and especially when there's like stuff that you unlock as you go, and you're like,
Right.
wow, I know how to solve this problem and can't. Cool.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd
Like,
be a pain in the ass.
yeah, I did that with a couple of games though. I did finish GTA 5, which was the last like campaign of that scale I finished.
Yeah, I made sure to finish GTA 5 because even back then when I was gaming all the time, I would pretty much never play story games or campaigns or anything, but I had to make sure I finished that one because it was a pretty solid one.
Oh yeah. Apparently
Yeah.
they're coming out with that sequel, and I'm surprised that it only took 10 years.
I know. Dude, we're so much older now. We were in middle school. I still remember when GTA 5 came out because there's no
Oh yeah.
fucking chance I was going to be allowed to play it.
Oh yeah. I remember absolutely like smuggling you a copy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. Such a good ass game. Yeah, after seeing the GTA 6 trailer, I was like, yeah, I'll have to get a next gen console before that.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to buy one this year at some point, but just to make sure I can play that shit.
Oh yeah, because I know it's gonna be. I the best part about GTA 5's campaign was the heists, and it seems like they're gonna try to
Yeah.
take a step on that, which is
Ooh.
really cool.
Yeah. And the Miami setting is exciting too. There's so much ass in that trailer, so that's
Oh my
cool.
God.
There
That
you'll be
twerking
by the
bit went
beach
hard.
again. Yeah, dude. Fucking crazy.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised they wanted to keep doing it considering the way of the world, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you write satire about it.
Dude, I'm real curious to see. I'm curious to see how it goes. I think it'll be as long as the game itself is, solid and they don't I don't think they'll fuck it up, but it seems like I don't play as much video games as much anymore, but it seems like the overall quality of video games isn't the greatest anymore.
No, and I think part of it was COVID.
True.
Like production stuff got messed up. where like there's a lot of moving parts, and I'm sure everybody having to transition changed scope of games a lot. But like some of the games I've been playing more recently, it's they're big, they're cool, but they don't have any depth.
Hmm.
Like there's nothing to like sink your teeth into. Like this is the cool component. Like in GTA 5 it was heists, or like in previous Call of Duties it was that multiplayer experience.
Right.
Um Now they tried to make it Warzone, and I can't do it.
The battle royale shit's gotten
Yeah.
so much attention.
Yeah, I can't. That's never been my game. Like
Yeah.
I especially with the armor, I'm like, I want to just shoot somebody in the head and they die.
Yeah, dude, that's facts because every time, at least in regular online, everybody's time to death is the same unless they have a alt or some or whatever, ultimate
Yeah.
bullshit where they're stronger or something. But yeah, like if you have this gun, then you know how long it would take to kill somebody if you shoot them in the chest. Like every time you know what it is.
Like
Versus
that 5 round
Warzone,
test.
yeah. Versus, and it's like it's way more like the team deathmatch and like the regular like, just fucking kill each other. Call of Duty is so much better because it's just like what was it like 8v8 or 6v6 or something, and you run
Yeah.
around a map, and there's good maps and there's bad maps, and you
There's
get
those
a
maps that
different
like I'm never playing this again.
exactly like you get to figure all that out with a new Call of Duty, and you get to and you know what it is, and it's comfortable, and you
Yeah.
can but and also the fucking Warzone is the same map every
It's the same
time because
map.
it
It's a
has to
giant
be.
map. And I never see anyone like truly having fun. They're competing, but they're not
Yeah.
having fun.
No, it's always got an additional level of stress to it because it is that battle royale because you can't die.
Yeah, no. Especially like even Fortnite these days, they added like res kits and like bringing people back, and I'm like, the whole
Yeah.
fucking point was like you die once, you're out.
Right.
And so the adding people back mechanic pissed me off a lot because I'm like, that's supposed to be how the whole component of the game is like one person wins or one team wins.
Hmm.
So coming back makes it like cheaper when you just
Right.
have one god tier player who can carry you through and just
Yeah.
throw you back because it's like I made infinite money shooting the 80 people I killed or whatever.
Yeah, because and it's just not as fun because you fucking yeah, because like you said, the pressure that it puts on it, and you can't die, and
Mm.
then you're automatically not gonna have as much fun, and then I never, dude, Fortnite's had such a long life too.
Oh my God. I remember the day, I think it was at Lincoln, when you were like, you want to play fucking Fortnite? I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck you're
Oh
talking
yeah.
about.
That was back when Fortnite was so fun. That was like see the right when it started. Like right and then the battle pass shit was new.
Oh yeah. Back when it was like fun and achievable and you didn't
Yeah.
want to blow your brains out at the end. Remember when they
Yeah.
had that Save the World section that no one played?
Nobody played. People don't even I bet it doesn't even exist
Oh,
anymore.
100% they deleted that.
There's no way. Dude, yeah, that thing that was the original game too, and it's
Oh
just
yeah.
dust.
It's just dust. They were like, let's and delete. Get rid of that.
There's got to be a Facebook group or something of people
Bring
of
back
people
Save the
sticking
World.
around. Bring back Save the
Kingstown petition.
World. Yeah, change.org. They might be looking for an attorney to sue Fortnite
We were
to sue
promised.
Epic Games.
We were promised. Like, no,
We were
that was
promised
dog shit, and we all know it. And they
part of the
pivoted.
game. Yeah, there wasn't shit to do in that. Dude, yeah, Fortnite back then, what would that have been? Like 2017, 2018, some bullshit.
Yeah.
And that was back in our shitty C block dorm, and
Oh
you could
man.
hear everybody playing it in the hallway.
Oh my God. And literally everybody's screaming at each other about the fact that no one knows how to get kills.
Yeah.
That was also back in the day when no one knew how to build either.
No, yeah. And now there's kids on crack and stuff who are just
Building
untouchable.
Eiffel Towers and shit, and moving blocks around.
Oh yeah. And they ruined it for the older generation. That's us, I think.
Oh yeah. I immediately like crotchety old man on the rocking chair on his porch. You damn kids in your building. Back
You
in my
damn
day, we
kids
just
in
shot
your
each other.
you damn kids in your ramps, in your towers, in your building.
Oh man.
Yeah, Fortnite's been around for fucking ages.
I want to log back in at some point and be like, let's see how just awful I can have a time of.
I played it maybe like less than 6 months ago, like on a whim, and yeah, it wasn't great. I had fun, like I don't know if half of the lobby is still bots or
I
what, but
think so.
you think so? When I played it that time, that was the case. It helped me feel good about myself.
Oh yeah. Where you're like, wow, I must be good. And then you run into one player who knows what they're doing.
Oh yeah, then you get top 10 and that's all cool and stuff, but the last like, four people are real people, so you have to be a grown up.
And yeah, it's always like anytime I ever was in a solo queue lobby, I swear to God, I got into the lobby with like a phase member cracked with a sniper rifle. I'm like,
It's the best.
I can't compete, dog.
Oh, dude, my stats were so shitty. Yeah, I remember it was such a struggle for me to win in my first solo game. I think I only won like maybe two, three at
Yeah,
best. I did not win solo games. I was so
no.
bad. I was
And
so dog shit.
like half of it though is like you never know what the random third party's going to do. Like you get into a gunfight and you're like, I got this, I can win this, and then that last guy comes out of the woodwork with a shotgun, and you're like, oh well, then the game's over. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like some dickhead with a rocket launcher or a sniper, and it's like, all right, great.
I got this far and I'm done. I've lost.
Oh, dude, because that lost when you're like last two or three is the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah, you start wanting to slap that table like it's gonna do something for you.
Yeah, something's at risk when you lose that late in the game.
Speaking of things at risk, you remember when you spiked your controller so hard it hit my ceiling fan?
Yeah. Dude, that was incredible. That was in that was in your room, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Do you remember what we were playing?
I have no idea.
Dude, oh, that was such a good spike.
It was
I
so
forgot
good.
about that.
It got some height. My ceiling was not low.
Yeah. Dude, I had the benefit of the carpet. I think you had great fucking carpet in
I
there.
had some excellent carpet in that.
Yeah, I'm not spiking that hard on tile. It would have turned to dust.
No joke, it would have been like powder on the ground.
No,
Like
that would have been really loud. I guess if I did throw it that hard to get it up to the ceiling, yeah, shit.
literally hit the ceiling fan and blew.
I was back when I had no monthly expenses, so I could absorb a controller every couple weeks.
Oh yeah. It's one of those things where you look back and like, damn, you really had no bills, huh?
Yeah, dude, what a time. No, that'll never happen again.
No. I look at everything around me like you are 3 months pay right now. I can't do all that.
Yeah. It's like no. Controllers, new games are like 80. What are they? $70 now?
70 or 80 bucks now.
Oh, that is fucked up.
Oh yeah. Every time I have to buy a new game, I'm like, damn, why do I like this hobby?
Oh, dude. I almost pulled the trigger on a Series X like a week or two ago because that shit was on sale for like 350.
Oh, that ain't bad.
I thought about it. I talked myself out of it, but I probably will at some point. I really like the look of the new Xbox.
I do too. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but
Yeah.
the having the vertical thing is actually really helpful for desk space.
Yeah, having it just like straight up. And I think
Yeah.
it's just I like the way it looks straight up.
Yeah. Apparently you can put the PS5 sideways, but nobody does.
Yeah, everybody I like it. It looks good like vertical. I saw
Yeah.
a TikTok that there was some like your PS5 can have some issue eventually if you have it vertical all the time. Like some fucking I don't know. I should have saved the video so I actually knew what the hell I was talking about, but
No, I saw it. It was like the thermal metal.
it was some kind of liquid that's like
Yeah.
inside the PS5 that like, what do you remember?
Yeah, it's like an adhesive that sticks on a component. that's important for it to operate. It helps with the operating system. And
Mm.
like as your PS5 heats up and cools down and heats up and cools down from use, it would melt that slightly. And because it's vertical, it would drip down.
Oh God.
So if it drips down, it's no longer where it's needed to be. So that's a
Fuck.
whole problem.
That is a problem. That's also seems like a big design flaw.
Well, I'm sure they were like, it'll take what, 10 years? Fuck them.
Oh yeah, if that was the scale, if they had, that's a good point. If they estimated it at 10 years, then that is very much fuck them because that's just a console lifespan anyway.
Yeah, like they're probably going to spin around another whatever the fuck it's going to be. PlayStation 6.
Some
Maybe they'll
shit.
do a 360 thing and pick another fucking number that no one understands.
Remember when everybody thought it was going to be the Xbox 720? I was convinced.
You were convinced. I
I
thought
was
they were going to
convinced.
drop the whole thing and just go with Xbox and try to just sell it as like a uniform program.
That would have been a better idea than the Xbox 720.
Hey, at this point, they got to Xbox X, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S. So, I mean, the names are fucking out of nowhere anyway.
Yeah. They're like iPhones kind of.
Oh yeah,
iPhone SE, iPhone, what the fuck?
Max
There's like
10,
seven, there
15.
was like what, like a 7S, a 7C. Bull, there was bullshit like that at one point. Now there's like a Pro Max, Xbox Series X. It's all the
What the
same.
fuck do these numbers and letters mean, dog?
What are these court? They don't know. It doesn't mean
At
anything.
this point, they could say new iPhone and motherfuckers gonna buy it anyway.
Give me your money. Yeah. It's like,
Like,
here's
I
my
got my
money.
debit card here right now.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I'll definitely buy a console eventually, but the fucking the time there's bills and there's so much less time.
Oh my God, yeah. You still play MLB The Show?
I Yes and no. I play the fuck out. It is pretty much the one game that I play, but I made myself retire from it on the Xbox because I was eventually just really shit. And I'm like, I'm getting a new console in like 6 months, because I'm making myself just buy it after we move. So,
Yeah.
because God forbid, it's, just smart decisions. I don't know how else
Oh
to,
yeah. You don't want to end
yeah.
up moving and it absolutely shatters on the way in.
Yeah. Yeah. That. And it's like, also, it's like, if I'm like, unless I feel like absolutely exceptional to where I can just toss away $400 and not feel bad. Who knows? But I'm not banking on that. But
Oh yeah. Unless the lottery kicks off here.
yeah, but I do play MLB is still like my favorite fucking game, and that's once I get a new console, that'll be pretty much all I fucking play. But I was like started to just be really shit at it, and I didn't play as much. And then I had like a really good game where I was like terrible the whole time, and like just now this is like me just like playing my franchise. I'll explain. This is me just like playing my franchise, right? Just like my regular Cardinals franchise, because that's like my
Mhm.
favorite thing to play on it. And so I'll just play that forever, and it's fun. But I was really bad, and so I was down like 2-0 the entire game to the Red Sox. Couldn't even touch the ball. I sucked ass. Couldn't hit anything. Um, and they put in Kenley Jansen, who's like their best, relief pitcher. I somehow get 2 hits, get 2 guys on base, and then I hit a home run to right field, and then I end up winning that game. And then I'm like, I'm done.
Go down up top.
Yep. And I'm like, yep, I'm done. I don't want to play this again. And then like 3 weeks after that, I like broke and I loaded up the game and I saw the game recap from that game that said, oh, 3-2, STL beats Boston, Dylan Carlson home run. And I was like, I'm not playing this fucking game again. And that's where we are.
I've totally done that before, where you
Yeah.
like get log into a game after you beat it, and you're like, I'll go back and like play around for a
Go
minute.
mess around. Go
And
walk
then you
around.
see the completion sign and it's like 87%. And you're like, I'm not fucking doing that. You can't. How much
Yeah.
more of this game do I have to play?
Like, excuse me. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I was pretty satisfied. And I was kind of trying to wean myself off, you know, playing video games for at least these next 6 months just to try to get some more, just to try to write more and fucking read more and maybe put more effort into this fucking podcast and fucking,
Uh,
But it's hard, because it's like you work and it's like the immediate, there's nothing better than getting home and fucking playing a video game right when you get off work.
oh my God. It's a next level feeling. Like you
It's
walk
so,
in, you don't put anything away. You put your
yeah,
bag or some shit on the floor in the
yeah,
room you're gonna game it.
yep,
You sit in the chair, you do nothing else.
yeah. Dude, it's the best. And it immediately takes your brain like the furthest away it can from your 8 hour day of work.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like with zero effort. And but the issue with that is, sometimes that's an hour and I get annoyed or I'm satisfied and I get off or I have too much fun and then I don't want to, write or something later and I don't know. That's what
Oh,
I was trying to avoid, but I eventually got to a point where it's like, okay, fucking okay, David Goggins, stop fucking trying to make yourself so goddamn unhappy. Video games are a good thing. You don't need to take them out of your life, but you can limit them.
yeah. It's like you got to make that choice. Like,
Yeah.
especially with law school, I have had to learn the lesson. If the assignment is due within 48 hours, finish the assignment first.
Yeah. See, I bet you would learn that through experience.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I've done it. I've done it where it's like 8 p.m. day before it's due. You're like, I got this. I'll stay up all night. I got this. That next day, it is the worst thing in the world. You feel like you're eating donkey dick.
Dude, it's such a bad feeling. Such a scary and oh, it's not a good feeling at all, especially magnified in law school.
Oh my God. I once was supposed to write like a 10-page motion for a class, and I absolutely did not start that bitch till 28 hours before.
A 10-page motion.
Oh yeah, it was not the vibe. I was so angry with myself.
And so is that a motion, is that in like paragraph format or
Uh-huh.
is it also numbered and then in paragraph format?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Do you remember what the numbers got up to?
No.
I bet I don't even think I want to know if it was 10
Literally,
pages.
at that point, I got to 9.5, and I'm like, that's good enough, champ.
Yeah, nine
I'm
and a
logging
half.
off.
That's the
Passed
thing.
out.
You give yourself a little pass when you're like already in the struggle. You're like, man, I came a long motherfucking way to these 9.5 pages.
You do not know how long it took. I had literally, I counted them. I sat down and looked at it. I'm like, I got 28 hours. Fuck. I banged that bitch out. I was at I was at 3 pages, 15 hours left, and like, okay, I'm gonna fail out this class. It's over. It's over for me. It's it.
Take my L and move on.
Did that thing where you like step away from the computer, went on a walk outside my house. Like, it's fine. I'm gonna take this L. Came back, 14 hours left, banged out those the rest of that pages, and was like, I got 5 hours left. I could sleep, or I could work on this last page and a half.
Sleeping.
Shit, sleeping. Fuck this assignment. I don't ever want to see it again. Gotta
Oh,
pee.
and then you
With
fall
the drink.
asleep in like 3 minutes.
Oh my God. It was the best sleep I ever got.
You finally get in bed and you finally fucking exhale and you're like, oh my God, that was the worst like 8 hours or whatever of my life.
Oh my God, yeah. Literally sat there, was like the 30 minutes it took me to like get all my stuff ready, brush my teeth, not want to die, laying down. I'm like, yep, no, I gotta stop playing the video games. I gotta put in that 40-hour rule.
Yeah, I gotta make myself fucking get the cutoff because I know now and I gotta do future Andrew a favor.
Oh yeah. Because past Andrew's an asshole. I have
Yeah.
learned every day of my life. He
Past
still
Andrew's
fucked
been
me over.
causing problems for future Andrew, for present Andrew.
Oh man. That guy, an asshole.
Shout out past Andrew, pretty cool guy.
Oh man.
Shout out the Andrews of Christmas, past, present, and future.
Past Andrew is Scrooge McDuck. He's like, I got time. This what's what you mean?
Yeah. Oh
This
yeah.
before? Why would
Past,
you even think about it?
dude, past Andrew is also a bat boy. You remember that? That's
I
a
do remember that.
there's a slightly applicable baseball venture for you. You got enough to you got Destiny 2 as well.
I did get Destiny 2.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was that was the major focus.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Newly appointed clubhouse manager Adam Reinhart was looking for a bat boy. Andrew needed just enough money for Destiny 2. A trade was made about a month or so later. Was it a month later?
I think it was like a month and a half.
So yeah, enough for Destiny 2 about more than $60. So who gives a shit?
No, dead ass. I got the collector's edition. It was 240.
So that was okay. Now that makes even more sense now. That's hilarious. I always assumed $60, but I forgot Destiny was your shit, so you got the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I went all out. I fucking loved
Okay, so then yeah, that amount of time for
it. It
that,
was
yeah, for
just
that
enough.
money, you would have got that for sure. But yeah, that's I hey, makes even more sense now that we fucking sit down however much later. 5 years late, fucking 6 years later.
Oh my.
Wait, hold the fuck up. 7 years later. That was 2017.
Oh yeah.
That is
Damn near a
fucking
decade.
stupid. Our entire college, my entire college, almost your entire college has since passed.
Oh man.
That's fucked up. We're old.
Oh yeah. Getting older every day.
Dude, yeah, me and Peen, a lot of times when I talk to Peen, I'll be like, motherfucker, we're old. We're getting old. It's
God.
happening. In in at least in not concept, in
Theory?
trying to in dude, I'm trying to think of a word. Hold on.
Was
In context of, the time that we were all hanging out all the time and all that, it
oh
feels
yeah.
like we are some old motherfuckers, like in context to that shit, is what I
Oh
was
yeah.
trying to say.
We did a lot of stupid shit to be fair.
Dude, we had a lot of fun. We had a good fucking time.
But yeah, no. That fucking Batboy job is wild, man.
Lots of running. I'm sure you love that.
Oh yeah. It got to a point where I was like, my legs had just become numb, which was a real cool feature.
Sweet.
And I'm like, that's probably fine. I'm not gonna seek medical attention.
I felt for you, dog. I remember I was just feeding you Gatorades. I didn't know what
Oh,
else to do. You were just chugging those fucking Gatorades.
putting in the work. Crazy thing was, never peed after a shift. I had
Oh,
at
dude,
least
it was
three
just coming
Gatorades.
right out. Yeah.
Just
Sweating.
boom, immediately.
Oh, dude, yeah. It was just sweating right out. That was pretty much my experience. I sweat a good amount doing that because I would fucking sprint and I would run. That was still, I mean, I'll never have a job more fun than that shit.
Oh
Just
yeah.
from my perspective, I loved it. From your perspective, I entirely understand why you didn't.
I mean, yeah, it was a job to me, and I was
Yeah.
fine with it because
Not like it was hard. Not, I mean, physically hard.
oh
Not,
yeah, it's
not,
tough.
yeah, it tough. That's a good
Yeah,
word. Yeah. Especially, it's hot. We're on the turf.
yeah, and it doesn't help that the Corn Belters weren't a particularly good team, so the
No,
baseball wasn't normally interesting to watch.
not always. No, not always.
Like
I remember
sometimes it'd be like, oh, he hit that bitch far, and other times it's like, damn, bro, you ever swung the
there
ball
was some
before?
tough baseball. Yeah, in the years that I was there was a lot of tough baseball for sure. There was there was some good baseball, and there was some years that were a lot better than others for the baseball for sure. But yeah, lots of tough games. My dad has seen a lot of tough games in there. There's been a lot of tough fucking games in that building. But oh, something I will, and I was gonna ask you about this, even though you were only there for like a month or so, but do you remember much about like being around the players and stuff and what you thought of that?
Being around the players was fucking awesome,
Yeah,
just
like in
because,
the clubhouse and stuff, because
yeah,
I had all that shit I had to do before the game, so you were nice and you come a little early and help me with some of that shit,
oh yeah,
hour or two before the game, and we'd be around and
moving
a
stuff
lot of the
around.
players were cool.
Oh yeah.
I never had issues with any of the players. They were all great dudes.
No, and a lot of what we ended up doing in that kind of thing was just moving stuff around, getting the pitchers ready. Because I mean, a lot of the time the players are just dudes. And looking back, they were just dudes in their like 20s and 30s just
Yeah.
ripping. Like this is
Oh
their
yeah.
day job, but it's also like in the clubhouse, most of the people can't see you and they can't hear you. So they
Yeah.
would do the goofiest shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Dude,
More than
fuck yeah.
once, I walked into the dugout area and like would put the bat away. Sometimes the players would like ask for the bat, so I'd give it to them. And I remember once a guy took the bat and he's like, give me the bat, give me the bat. I'm like, okay, Doc, what do you want? He takes the bat, he swings full force at the concrete wall and just shatters the bat. And he's like, thank you. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Give me the bat. Give me the bat. What the fuck?
Just shattered that motherfucker. Had to borrow a bat. That was his only bat. I don't know why he only had one.
That's amazing. Maybe he just got there.
He was so fucking upset. I don't know what about. It wasn't his out. He hadn't played in a minute. He just wanted to fucking blow up.
He's like, fuck, give me that bat. It's done.
Oh man. I remember
Ugh.
too, there was an umpire who wanted water, and because the Corn Belters organization was let's say frugal,
Yeah.
all we had were those like
Those
water
cone
cones.
paper cups.
So he was like, I'll get you some water,
Oh,
but you're not gonna like it. And he's like, I just need the water, man. I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, okay. I ran over. I had to like walk it over because I'm like, I'm gonna get him a
Because
full
you
cup.
spill half of it. It's a fucking cone paper cup, dude. I remember those. Like,
That
yeah.
motherfucker looked at me and said, I don't even want it. I'm like,
I told you.
I told you exactly what was gonna happen, dog.
Yeah.
I don't even
I
want it.
remember that. I remember that year because that was not good. That was not
No,
good when we saw those cups. We're like, come on, man. You can't even set this down like in the dugout. You
no,
can't do anything with this. It's the most
absolutely not.
disposable, wasteful fucking cone paper cup. And I remember that now because there was more than one umpire that just straight up told me it's like, no, I'm not gonna drink water out of that. I'm like, hey man, to each their own. I'll probably spill half of it coming out to you. So if that's your reason, I understand for sure.
Like I didn't even blame the guy, but like also the cups were those kind of cups that were like paper thin because you can have
Yeah.
the good triangle cups that like if you set them down after the water's gone, it will roll around. These bitches would crumple on their own weight.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they had no strength to them. You could taste all the paper.
Oh yeah, you could
It's
taste it was
great.
like chewing paper.
Yeah. Oh, that was tough. That was a cutting corners. Fuck, dude. I remember we were like out of socks. When I like inherited the clubby job and like players would ask for socks. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure I could find some socks. And I go and look and I'm like, can't find any socks. And I went and asked, can't get more socks. Fuck.
It's like, yeah, let's have these players not have good socks. That's the thing
Yeah.
they want to do as an
Yeah.
organization. Well, and I could tell it was pissing off the players too, because it's like at some point you're making an investment in your players, and when you're having water cups that are shitty, no socks, and like everything would run out just on random occasions and wouldn't get replaced for weeks. So they would
Hmm.
end up with that like. So I guess we're just bullshitting out here with whatever else we have.
Yep. Independent baseball, baby.
And I get it,
That's what it
man.
is.
We're not making any fucking money. I mean,
Yeah.
Marvel's not the biggest place in the world, but
Right.
like you got to make some investment somewhere. Like I
Yeah.
think we had this talk before, but like to run a baseball team takes a certain investment, and you can't cut corners with the baseball.
Mm-mm.
You can cut corners anywhere else in an organization.
Yeah.
But if you're making a baseball show, which because that's what it is, you're
Hmm.
paying tickets. It's a baseball show. If the baseball itself is shitty, no one's showing up.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point. You know what? And you can only control so much for the quality of the baseball, but you know what you can do for the baseball is make sure that your players have fucking socks and
Well
you
taken
know,
care of.
Yeah, stuff like
Go
that.
up.
You can take care. That's a good point because yeah, you can do as much. You can make the players a priority, but that's seems to be very rarely what happens,
Oh
which
yeah.
sucks. But
Well,
it's
yeah.
yeah,
It's also about like talent management, right? Like if I'm the average player in the independent league, I'm probably not moving on. But if I want
in
my
most cases, yeah,
a day to day, like this is their 9 to 5. If I go to a workplace and they show me those fucking paper cones, I'm like,
yeah.
okay, so they don't give a fuck about me.
Yeah, that's a great fucking point. Yeah, it's like, man, I know as a player, I'm not getting paid a ton, but you know, risk my
Living a
body. I
dream, this
work
is
my
my
ass off. I'm
like
away from my family. I'm not doing, I'm doing this, I'm really working hard. Oh, well, these cups, what the fuck? We can't even just have Gatorade cups anymore. We got these paper cone thin ass dog shit cups.
just like that with the socks, man. Like
Yeah,
if I have to buy my own fucking socks for
right,
a sport that it's like this is the outfit you require me to wear.
right.
You provide every other part of the uniform, but the fact that I have to buy my own socks means that I'm fucking around at Dick's Sporting Goods on a weekend trying to
hmm
figure out which ones match the uniform.
That would be such a yeah, that would be a pain in the ass too, because especially with at that time there were a lot of, Venezuelan dudes who were on the team too. So
Oh
most of
yeah.
those guys didn't have a car. They had to have somebody drive them places and they had host families and whatnot. But yeah, everybody's situation was different. Not everybody had a car, there none of them are making exuberant money by any
No.
means, and it's tough, man. That's why, it's one of those things, I guess, you embrace it. It's baseball, you fucking have fun, but
Yeah.
yeah, at a certain level there was yeah, some tough times there for sure.
Well, and especially with the kids or the men, I should say, the motherfuckers who came from out of country.
Yeah.
Imagine you trying to figure out what to wear, and these guys are like, no socks. And you're like, you don't speak English necessarily. And if you
Mhm.
do, it's probably not the best English. And then you're trying to find a particular pair of socks somewhere
Yeah,
without a
in a
car.
country that you've been in for like a month or something.
Like in Bloomington Normal, bless its heart, is not an ideal city to find anything.
No.
Especially, I mean, Eastland Mall at that point was still decent, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, it's starting its downswing by then for sure.
Like you had what, MC Sports and maybe Dick's Sporting Goods to
Right,
find
yeah.
the right pair of socks.
Yeah.
Like even
That's
if you were going to charge the team for them, man, you could at least be like, "Hey, here's where we get them. Here's how we do it." But yeah,
Yeah, no,
no.
instead of like the answer was pretty much go fuck yourself, the answer is no. So
But yeah, I mean that that's what it that's what I expect, right? You're like, it's an organization that was like, didn't it like get bought out by some dude or trio
they
dude?
the ownership, yeah, the ownership has definitely changed it since I was there. My last year there, um which I 2018? God damn. Maybe the summer of 20 when did we graduate Lincoln? Summer of 2019 or spring of 2019?
I think that was 2017.
No,
Uh,
graduating Lincoln.
right away, Lincoln would have been 2019. Yeah,
Okay. So I think my last year there would have been 2019 because the summer before moving to Carbondale, I worked at the Corn Belters and Family Video. But I was like in the booth by then. I was doing like the video board shit and like sound shit sometimes, but
yeah.
I was doing that shit by then. And that last season was the first year of new ownership to some degree.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was like the first year of completely new ownership. So like a lot of stuff was better during that year, and I could
Yeah.
kind of tell that it's like, man, it's like, yeah, my time's definitely, gonna be done here because I there were some things that like, that prioritizing the baseball was always something that I thought was really important and whatnot, and the and you have to do a certain kind of entertainment level too, and balancing the both is a difficult thing. But
Oh yeah.
I always thought the baseball was the biggest priority. So it's like, some things you want to do right, you got to, I thought were more important, and but it's also it's like I was moving anyway, so it's like
Yeah.
it kind of just that can't complain about the timing, I guess.
Yeah, no. I think part of the reason they struggled was they might have leaned too much into the baseball and not enough into the show. Um, and I mean, because it's all about money at the end of the day for that kind of organization, and they could not get butts in seats for anything
Yeah,
for any reason.
right.
Um, and I remember by the end of it, they were doing like inflatables out by the side. They had like a little kids area where they
Oh
were
yeah,
playing
they
stuff
always had
around.
that. Yeah, the kids like play area, like yeah, that always helps like in like a minor league park and stuff. Because I know the Chiefs have a bunch of stuff like that. I don't know
Yeah,
how much now, but yeah, that stuff for the kids and whatnot always helps.
where like if you can get the kids to want to go, then the parents will maybe sit and watch baseball, or they'll
Right.
eat the concession food, or they do 1,000 things. But I also was like, they were letting slip both things, which I think was a horrifying idea, where it's like
Yeah.
the entertainment value went down and then they stopped focusing on the baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I think there's a balancing act, right? Where you want to have the baseball be good enough that people want to come for the baseball, because that should be the priority. But
Right.
you also want to have enough other entertainment things, because baseball is a long sport. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, it could go on pretty long. There are matches that go for like hours and hours of time, innings and innings. You get to the bottom of the ninth, and people are like, God fucking damn it. And so, like, having enough things and doing shit.
Yeah, keeping people there the whole time is
Yeah.
hard too.
Yeah. Because, I mean, sometimes, especially the people with kids, will leave when it's like 8 and it's getting dark and they have to put their kid to bed. But,
Right.
like, making sure that the product you're selling is good was, I think, something they had struggled with pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember my during like my second to last year there and yeah, both my last years there, I don't remember how much money was allocated to like the in between innings stuff and all that entertainment and whatnot, but that is a big part of it. And I remember at least near the end of my time there wasn't much going into that.
Yeah.
And um I mean, it's also hard to do that shit because the amount of stuff that goes into that is really fucking difficult, and there's a lot. You do need to put some money into it so you have stuff to do
Yeah.
it with, and without that, it gets really hard. And I tried to like come up with some in between inning stuff, but with zero money, I don't think I either ever came up with anything that was too good. Well,
No.
it's like I can try, but it's like it's a it's a difficult thing to do. I wonder how much. I'm sure there are still minor league teams that like prioritize that and do a lot of between inning stuff, but it's like it's yeah. I wonder how much like that'll stick around in the future for like, baseball for smaller baseball.
I think for smaller baseball, it kind of needs to. Because I mean, because it depends on your audience, right? Major League Baseball, you're there for baseball,
Yeah.
and whatever else happens is great, but you're there for the
Right.
where like the Frontier League or any of those other smaller teams, generally their audience isn't like the hardcore baseball fan. It's the family of four coming for an enjoyable day to see baseball, have a good time, drink a beer, eat
Hmm.
some concessions food, and act like the world doesn't matter.
Right.
So there's that. It's figuring out, prioritizing which audience members, how far you want to go with anything. It's difficult, and I think with that especially, you want to have enough of a hook that people don't get bored halfway
Yeah.
through an inning or halfway through, like the breaks between innings,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Well, I guess we can leave. We'll leave before traffic hits."
Exactly. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's a good point because it is helpful. Because if you do, the more in between inning shit you do, you can create that expectation of, okay, after each three outs, something will happen. Something
Oh yeah.
else will happen. Maybe it'll be something on the video board, or maybe it'll just be a song, or
Yeah.
maybe it'll be, something on the field, once every few innings because that shit's harder. But yeah,
Mhm.
creating that expectation of, okay, every three outs, we will do something that does, that could keep people around longer.
Yeah, no, like I think they should take some of the guidance of the, I would say NBA or like any of those other things where they have more internal stadiums or like
Mhm.
kiss cams or like
Oh
the
yeah, the on video board shit with the camera always goes hard.
if this shit goes hard, dog.
Yeah.
There was, I want to say there was a video of a kid at a hockey game, and every time they would show the kid, the crowd would cheer, but every time
Yeah.
they would cut away, boo, bring back the kid. And like those kind of moments are what I think makes sports great for a family, as
Oh
opposed to
yeah.
like for the average sport fan who's really there for sports, can still
Yeah,
enjoy
so
it.
they won't be disappointed. All they want,
Yeah.
motherfuckers like me, if I go to a Cardinals game, I just want the Cardinals to win. Fuck
Oh
everything
yeah.
else. But there's, the minority, I'm probably in the minority of people in that stadium though.
Oh
That's the
yeah.
thing.
Because I mean, some people are. I mean, for lack of a better term, there's a lot of fair weather fans who
True.
who get like the I'm in St. Louis, so I should go to a game,
Right.
and so they go for the food, they go for the experience, they go for the stadium, they go to take a
Yeah.
selfie, any of the things that people go for.
Yeah,
Uh,
as you do.
and so you want to make sure they have a good time and want to come back, because I
Yeah,
think that's how you build better baseball fans, right? Like
probably.
you need them to be there to see how baseball is fun and can be fun for their friends to come along, which then builds your fan base, which then fills seats. And
Yeah.
often people can get a little lost on one end or the other, where it's like, well, let's make this only a show, and then the baseball suffers, and then your fans are lost.
Hmm.
Or let's make this only about baseball, and then you're like, yeah, but baseball in and of itself can be very boring if the game isn't exciting.
Yeah,
Like,
you can either love it or you don't love it or,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, and, sometimes the ball goes into somebody's glove and he's out, and there's no point.
Right.
It's like, fuck, that was 3 outs in a row. God damn it. There's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, or it's like, oh great, there's been six foul balls in a row.
Yeah. And we're still fouling. Fucking out.
Or if you get a pitcher who sucks ass and it's like, oh, he's walked three straight guys.
Wow. I'm having an awful time. Or,
That's and the entertainment and all the fun, yeah, the food's a big fucking deal. Cause
oh,
yeah,
man.
you're right. There's a lot of stuff that can, that people can go to a baseball game and prioritize outside of the baseball that can make the
Yeah.
experience worth it. And I'm all for that for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Cause it's like, man, there's shit that I look forward to, like getting the same like slice of pizza that because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
that not that expensive and it's like a lot of food, and it's
I remember when we went to that, I want to say it was Peoria Chiefs game, and they had that burger that guy cooked.
oh yeah.
That was just like I could have eaten there for the rest of my life, kind of shit.
I remember that burger. That was crazy fucking good.
Like life-changing burger. And I'm
So
like,
damn
this
good.
motherfucker needs a restaurant. I'll pay you.
Dude, yeah. I remember that. Cause wasn't wasn't that the one where it was yeah, you dragged Sam.
I
Yeah, you and
dragged
Sam
Sam
did
down.
that fucking present that in between inning thing.
Absolutely.
That was fantastic, dude.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the fact that they selected the two of us, and I'm like, what, 200 pounds and just bigger than him in every
Yeah.
way.
Sam was might have been taller than you, but he didn't have as much weight for sure.
No.
Yeah,
And so,
you've
like,
always had strong ass legs for no damn reason.
I think it was because I fucking loved to bike.
Yeah, the biking phase before we could drive.
Oh man, I biked to like 22 miles. But I mean, I remember like even that was like we made up bullshit names. They had the announcer join in, and it was like three hula hoops and a like the squishy ball you use for dodgeball and American schools, so they didn't
Yeah.
kill each other.
Yeah. You guys were like, weren't you guys both like attached to the same like
Like a bungee cord or
yeah,
something.
bungee cord and you had to like run in separate directions to grab those balls?
Yeah, and like put them in the hula hoop or something.
Yeah. And then you fucking ran and then Sam got just got pulled and
If I
drowned.
remember, that motherfucker fell down, and so he had to, like stop himself.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, the resistance went down, and that's a lot easier.
Like, wow, I'm gonna finish this up a lot quicker. It went down, and you look back, and like Sam's ass is like burnt, rug burnt, dragging him on the turf.
I remember too, there was an old white guy who was like, because they had us pick fucking like nicknames, and I swear to God, I picked Black Magic because it's the
I
funniest thing
remember
to do.
Black Magic.
And the oldest white man had front row seats and was like, "Good job, Black Magic," and gave me a fist bump.
Good
Like that's
job,
just
Black
the
Magic.
kind of magic that can only happen in a baseball stadium.
Dude, exactly. It's dude, fuck yeah. I that makes me remember there was once I this was before I worked for the Corn Belters, but there was like they had like a putting competition like between innings. It was like me and this other random kid.
Oh yeah.
And I my buddy Josh, I think he might have even fucking recorded it, but I think he was there. And you just had to like putt a ball as close as you could to the hole. And the first kid went, and his was pretty good. It was pretty close. And I'm like, man, there's no fucking way. And I hit it, and I got it like right next to the fucking thing, and I beat him out by like a hair. And I was like, how? I was like, how?
How? I
What the fuck? I've been sitting here doing nothing for like 6 innings. I ate a hot dog. Me and Josh, because me and Josh were just talking, and then they asked me, and I was like, fine.
oh yeah,
And then I went and did that and was like, what the fuck, Tiger Woods? Like, where did
absolutely.
that come from? It's like, oh, say in like the bottom of the sixth inning at the corn crib. Where else?
Like no nowhere else, but like especially the minor leagues, because I think majors have security concerns about letting motherfuckers on the field.
Yeah, no, a
Like,
different beast. They don't really, yeah, a different beast.
but like those minor teams, like those are the ones where you can do that kind of weird shit and just have
Oh
it be
yeah.
real wholesome moments that have nothing to do with baseball, but are in a baseball stadium and all of the fans really enjoy.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
it's a goofy side thing while they figure out who needs to do what, and they need to change gear, and I'm sure figure out who and what they want to do in the next inning.
Absolutely. You remember the sumo fight at the Corn Belters?
I do remember.
That was a classic. That one stuck around forever, and that one was a damn good one.
I also remember the one where they like hire a track star or some shit to
Oh, the
run.
freeze.
Oh yeah, and just dust motherfuckers.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one. People race the freeze on the warning track. I would try that, but I'm terrified to tear my ACL.
I absolutely would get dusted. I'm just,
I wouldn't stand a chance, dude. I still just have an irrational fear that I'll just like tear my ACL trying to do something, athletic when I shouldn't be. Because I
oh yeah.
just see, and I understand I'm only 24, so I'm probably, better off than I give myself credit for. But I just, you hear about like Kevin Hart fucking himself up,
Oh yeah.
trying to race like a first round an NFL running back or some shit.
It's one of
And
those
Kevin Hart
things.
is in shape. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's a lot old. He's what, 40? Is he 40 something, you think? He's
40
gotta
something,
be.
50 something. Who
He's
knows?
he's gotta be. Jamie, look that up. I
Uh
just forgot we're fucking actually doing a podcast too. We're just bullshit.
44.
44, okay. But he's an in shape guy. So he is like, 20 years older than me, but he's way more in shape than me. That's what kind of tripped me out about it.
Well, and he has a personal trainer. He's got staff. Like
He's
this
got
motherfucker,
nutrition and shit. I don't put, yeah, the shit that goes in my body.
like he has everything going for him. And I'm basically special needs on a good
Yeah.
day.
I'm one doctor's visit away from some news that I wish that that I won't be too surprised by. Let's just say
No,
that.
like,
We could spin a wheel and we'll see what I get, pretty
oh
much.
yeah.
It'll
Like,
happen eventually. I'm not in a rush to hear something that I've already known to some degree, I've
oh
been
man,
special.
I swear to God.
Doesn't matter.
Like, I'm not wait. I don't need a doctor to tell me. Like, I know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I see myself more than anyone else. I'm fucking dude. I got a front row seat. Trust me. I'll write you a dissertation about how special I am.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Oh
the
yeah.
easiest shit of my life, dude. He's so easy.
Oh man.
Uh,
What was I remember too the kids area had like a bouncy castle for the longest time.
oh
And I was
yeah,
always like, kids would just get left by their parents in that bouncy castle.
they would. They
And I
would.
for sure was like, someone's gonna get kidnapped or something.
Yeah. Dude, I remember way before it was like a year before I worked there, and Sam was because Sam's mom I think worked there at one point in the shop or something.
Oh.
So Sam I don't remember if he got paid or it might have just been like a volunteer kind of thing, but he was like kind of worked out by the bouncy castle and all that.
Mhm.
And I remember he told me that he like left to go he like left the bouncy castle with whoever the fuck he was working with like to supervise it, and he went to go like see his mom or some shit, and he comes back and the other dude tells him, he's like, yeah, so I guess the bouncy castle deflated a little bit, and this kid like kind of hit his head on the concrete, but we got him out. That seemed to be the gist of it, but God, that's great.
I'm amazed that place didn't get sued for that bouncy.
Oh my God, dude, they're still going. More power to them. They're
Hey,
in the prospect league now, so it's like a collegiate wood bat league, and they do the Colonels Collegiate League too, which is different from like the regular like normal Corn Belters team, you know. So they're still doing stuff. I'm not sure, how the attendance is and whatnot, but
yeah.
they're still kicking, and I thought that it would have come to an end way fucking sooner, in all honesty. So
If I
I'm
was a betting man, yeah, no, I
yeah,
agree
no,
with you.
I've got no bitterness. Shit.
You know who I wonder if they still employ?
Ah,
The other bat boy that actually, like, he had Down syndrome,
he
right?
did. He does. I mean,
I mean, I guess if he's alive, he does, is the right answer.
yeah.
Would you care to share the story about his vacation?
Dude, this motherfucker. Oh, what a guy. Dude, he would just come be bad boy, whenever he wanted, because it's like, he's gonna, he was a good guy and stuff. It's like, no one's telling him no. He knew
Yeah.
how to be a bat boy. So he said he was going on a vacation. I don't remember if he told us when no, he told me before he left. Yeah. He said he's like, all right, well, I'm not gonna be here for a few weeks. And I'm like, oh yeah, you going on a trip? He's like, yeah, we're going to South Carolina. And I was like, oh yeah. And said, yeah, in Auschwitz. I was like, what? Excuse me.
What do you mean?
I,
Oh
I
God.
didn't, I didn't think shit of it. I was like, South Carolina and Auschwitz. He might have even been in the room for that. I don't remember, but
Here's
that
my
mother.
perspective of this story. I come in slightly early again to help him out, and you're in the laundry room getting ready to have all the clothes out, and you
Yeah.
walk in and you say, "So, you know where this bat boy is?" And I'm like, "No, where?" Well, he went on a little trip to South Carolina and or, Auschwitz.
Okay, so okay. He didn't say that shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember. I held it together in front of him because I'm like, what the fuck, Auschwitz? And sure enough, that motherfucker 3 weeks later, he comes back. He's got a drawstring bag that said Auschwitz on it.
I couldn't remember
It
if
was like
it
the
was a
Auschwitz
T-shirt.
it was either Auschwitz or Holocaust Museum or something like that. It was some shit, but it was fuck me, dude. He went to Auschwitz. I haven't been to Auschwitz.
I haven't been to Auschwitz either. Oh my
Oh,
God, that was so. I remember seeing that bag and being like, "Oh my God."
he went. Gave more power to him.
Well, it's not like we didn't. It's not like you don't believe the guy, but you're like, I. What
You're
are the
like, I'll
odds
believe it when
those
I
two
see it. Or
locations? Are-
yeah, yeah. It's one of those. It's like it sprouted way too many questions, and I didn't want to try to get an answer. I
No.
just kind of wanted to see. And he stood on his business. He came back with his Auschwitz drawstring bag.
You know, and this is a total tangent. Do they have a gift shop for the bags?
They had to have had something. I mean, clearly.
Is that a chill thing they have?
Well, what would you get? Like a snow globe or
Yeah, like
a
imagine
t-shirt?
their options are very limited.
I survived the Holocaust. I survived Auschwitz.
Like
That'd be
you
a little
can't
insensitive of a fucking shirt. I would hope not.
like the shirt's got to be real respectful.
Yeah, well, yeah. What kind of shirt are you gonna
Like
get?
it's
Yeah.
just the logo of the museum and nothing.
It's
Like,
just the logo.
like
The link
anything
to
else, and you're
donate.
like, anti-Semitism. No.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's a God, dude. Where the fuck did he get that? There had to have been a gift shop, I guess. Maybe he went to a museum because in my head I keep thinking of the camps and that's what I can't be thinking of. So maybe there
Well,
was a museum, a really sad museum that he went to, and maybe in there.
but like
I
you
feel
would
like if
think,
you're going there, you're probably just gonna go tour the fucking place and you're gonna be at ground zero, would you not? There's
like,
tours of that.
wouldn't you have the museum right near it?
That would be the place to put the museum.
Like, because like if you're gonna do a tour, you want to do like the tour and then maybe the museum, so they show the pictures and like have the walls of text to explain.
Yeah. It would be good. It would be good business to have them buy each other for sure.
You would think, but then like is the
And this
museum?
would, and keep in mind, this is fucking Germany. Is this not? This is Germany, isn't it?
No, it's in Poland,
Oh,
which is
I'm
even
stupid.
worse.
Okay, great. Okay, so worse.
Um,
So this is in Poland,
yeah,
but
this is in
Germans were
Poland.
in Poland,
Yeah,
clearly.
they had occupied it at the
We
time.
know that was where it started. I remember that. Germany invades Poland. I was there. I saw the headlines.
You were there in 1945 or whatever.
No, 39. I was there. See, I know the year.
Yeah, me and my Call of Duty veteran status got me there.
Absolutely, dude. I fought there. Mom.
I fought in every battle, every major one at least. But yeah, no, I still think it is wild they have a gift shop, and now I feel obligated to go to see what the gift shop's looking like.
I'm wildly curious now because again, the t-shirt selection is what I'm mostly curious about.
Because you know how every other museum has like some of them with like the exhibits, and you do like a little like silhouette, and then the name of the museum under. Like
Uh-huh.
it's not like they can do any of that because
Yeah,
there's not
no.
one thing at the site that you should be putting on a t-shirt.
No, no. What would you want to put on a t-shirt?
Like it,
And yeah,
no.
I can't think of anything. Not from the Holocaust Museum at least.
I will say the book section in that the bookstore in that has to be going crazy.
That'd probably be the place to be. Read a lot of
Like
stories about terrible things.
like there's a lot of stories. So I imagine they got a good selection.
Yeah. Yeah, that Anne Frank. Yeah,
That man Frank.
that and Anne Frank. Dude.
Now to get back to baseball.
Dude, yeah, it's a wide-ranging conversation. That's fucking hilarious. Dude, that is my exact intentions with fucking where I wanted it to go. I mean, who gives a fuck? It's like we did talk about baseball and we fucking it's wherever the conversation went where it went. I got no fucking I mean shit, it's a podcast, dude. We're bullshitting. That's what a podcast is. We're just
That was
bullshitting.
part of the Corn Belters experience.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. It was all linked to the Corn Belchers experience, so therefore all of it was baseball related. Go fuck yourself. That's the
yeah,
official
absolutely.
statement from the Bullpen Podcast. There you go.
Oh man.
That's exactly what I wanted. Not. Hold on. That's I didn't not like I anticipated it going where it went, but I didn't want there to be any holds barred on the conversation, and clearly there weren't. So I'm
No.
I'm I'm satisfied. That was accomplished. So.
Oh man.
Well, shit, dog. Man, this was a good fucking time, man. I really appreciate you hopping on here. I'm glad it worked out. I had a lot of fucking fun.
Oh man. Anytime.
Hell yeah. I'll I definitely love to do another one in the future. This was fun. I'll leave you with I saw this like an hour or so before we hopped in here. I saw this. Um Cardi B makes music for girls who wash paper plates.
I've never heard something so unexpected yet so agreeable.
Yeah. It's like, washing paper plates is ridiculous, but I'm not inclined to disagree with the statement anyway.
No, like the only reason you'd be washing paper plates is if you're like
Is if you're listening to Cardi B.
if you're in a bad place in life,
Yeah.
which is what I picture any person listening to Cardi B. Intent-
There it goes. I wonder how she's doing. I'm sure plenty fucking rich.
I think she just performed in the New Year's Eve thing from Los Angeles. I still don't understand her music. It doesn't, nothing about it speaks to me. I will say that one song
What a
where
surprise.
she sampled that the Latin music still pops the fuck off.
I think I remember that one because that one I dude, I don't remember what the fuck it was called.
No idea.
That was because that was we heard that forever ago.
Yeah, it
Because
was
that was back in Lincoln, and I remember I played that shit in the car more than once for sure because I liked that part of it, but I had to turn it off after a certain point, from what I
dude. I looked
remember.
up the instrumental.
I think yeah.
It
Hold
was
on.
the it was I Like It Like That by that
That's
band whose
that's
name
what it
I
was. Yeah, the
absolutely don't
instrumental of
remember.
that,
But it was fucking fire. And then she starts rapping, and I'm like, who
and I fell
is
out of
this
it. Yeah,
for?
yeah, dude.
And
Yeah,
now we have
not
the
for
answer.
me. Not for me.
Motherfuckers
Yeah,
washing paper plates.
motherfuckers washing paper plates. See, yeah, like fucking. However many years later, we have the answer now. Thank God. Lots of answers found on this Sunday. Oh fuck.
Oh,
All right.
well,
All right, dog. Well, this was a good fucking time, man. I'll shit, we can just call it there. Thanks for
for sure.
listening, fuckers. Catch you next fucking Friday.
See y'all.